Okay, in this video we're checking out two new smart chargers from UltraPower. I'm going to do both of these in the same video because they're pretty similar, but there are some differences here. So the one here on the left is the UP-S6AC, and then the one here on the right is called the UP-S4AC. So the one over here is 4 channels, and the one over here on the left is 6 channels, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this one has 4 channels. I'll set this one to the side here for a minute, and we'll just take a closer look at the 6-channel charger here. And this has, as you can see, 6 channels, and this is only for 1S lipos, so you can do regular lipos or high volt lipos, the one that goes to 4.35 volts. Multiple types of connectors here. You got the micro low C, MX, MCPX, and JST connectors. So this one here is like the old tiny whip style connector. I think that's the 1.25 millimeter connector. This one here is the 2 millimeter connector. So it's going to be for your typical batteries that everyone uses now with the PH 2.0 connector. This one here. I'll show you this in operation here in a second. And then the JST connector as well if you have any 1S JST batteries. So there's three channels on this side, 3 over here. They're all independent. The amp rate is from 0.1 amps to 1 amp, individually adjustable, and you can also adjust the battery type individually as well. You can plug in the included cord here, which is this right here, into a wall outlet for AC power. If you want to power it at home, you can do that and plug into the wall. Or if you're in the field, you want to do field charging, you can plug in your battery here, and it says it's 2 to 4S. The voltage range is 7 to 17 volts. If you go outside of that range, you get an error message on the screen saying it's not supported. So pretty easy to get this going. Just plug it in and then it will power up. It shows the input voltage there. Press the select button here to change your settings. So you can adjust your current here by pressing the setting button here on the right. And it'll just increment up to 1 volt, and then it goes back down to 2.1 volts. The default is going to be half an amp per channel. If you press the select button again, it goes to the next setting you can change here. You can change it from lipo to high volt on all 6 channels if you want, back and forth. Or you can press the select button again and change each individual channel. So if you just want, like, say 1 and 3 to be lipo and the rest to be high volt, you can do it like this. And then you just keep pressing the select button to get out, and then once you've saved your settings like that, you just plug in the battery that you want to charge, and it will automatically start charging. It'll start flashing here on this one and gives you the voltage reading on the battery that is currently charging. That's pretty much it. It turns green when it's done. It also shows you the number of milliamps that are being pumped in as well. And if you want to, when it's done, you just unplug, or if you want to stop in the middle, you just unplug it and then it will stop charging. So there's no button to start and stop charging. You just plug it in, it'll automatically start charging. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. So we'll go ahead and set this one to the side. And very simple, of course. So then we'll take a look at the 4-channel version here. So this one here is a little bit different. It does lipo, high volt, lipo 1S, and also 2S. And it will do a nickel metal hydride or NiCad from 2 to looks like 6S here on this connector called the SM connector. I don't know what that is. Must be like an RC car type of connector or something like that. I'm not familiar with that one. But I think all of these here, that's the PH 2.0 connector, JST, this one here, and the micro LIS are all 1S here. And then you can do 2S here on balance if you have a 2-cell battery with a balance plug. I'll show you that here in a second. Again, you can have 7 to 17 volts here on XT60 for lipo power, or you can do wall power over here. In this case, I'm going to power this one up via the lipo. It's being powered up on a 4S lipo. Same 2 buttons here, select and settings, just like on the other one. The current is also defaulting to half an amp. So and you can just cycle through this if you want to change that. And then again here you can change the different battery types, so lipo, high volt, nickel metal hydride, and it goes back, or you can change it individually. And so once you go over here and change your amp setting, let's say if I want to change it to 0.3 amps. Just press and hold the settings button here. It'll say save settings, and then that will be the setting that will be used when you plug in your battery. And it's the same procedure over here. You just plug it in, and then you hear a beep, starts charging. In this case here, this one here, it doesn't flash, it just turns red, I think, and then it turns green when it's done charging. It shows you the current voltage and the current and the number of milliamps being pumped into the battery. So I'll unplug that here. And then I have a 2-cell battery here with the balance lead. You can plug those into these connectors here for 2-cell operation. Then I'll start charging again here. Light turns solid. You get the pack voltage, and then cell 1 voltage, cell 2 voltage, and I think that is the amps, and then that's the milliamps being pumped into the battery. So if you want to do 2 cells via the balance connector like this also works for that. And then just unplug to stop. And then of course I don't have this weird nickel metal hydride type battery, so I can't demonstrate that, but if you happen to have that connector, 2to6S, I'm pretty sure the operation is the same. You plug it in and it will charge at whatever amp setting it is currently set at or saved to, and then it will turn green when it's done charging. So that's pretty much it for these two. Very simple to use. Pretty compact. So if you have a lot of these like type of batteries with a 1S connector or some 2S batteries, this would be pretty good in the field, especially if you take this out. You can then take this as a field charger, and it's not too expensive for these two. I'll put both of them, links to both of them in the description if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, these are, UltraPower is a pretty good quality product. They make good stuff. I've had some of their other chargers from a while back. This is my first UltraPower charger review in a while, but their chargers I've used before have been pretty good, and I expect this one to also work pretty good as well. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.